Dear listeners of the AUIB FM 101.5, at the American University of Iraq, Baghdad, we have minds that go far and beyond our expectations. Students whose depth of thought and academic interest have the power to influence the academic scene and contribute to Iraq's society. That's why, through our new segment, Minds and Mic, we give students the chance to become a young lecturers live, where they can share their studies, research, and innovations in a simple yet inspiring way. Our guest today is Khalid Asaad, a student from the College of Computer and AI Engineering, who will be discussing a topic titled Engineering Reshaped. In this talk, dear listeners, Khalid will explore how engineering education in Iraq, especially after the opening of the College of Engineering at AUIB, is transforming the principles and standards of the field. And he will also touch on the potential for developing and manufacturing the semiconductors in the Middle East, and the role that young Iraqi engineers can play in shaping this future. Now it's the time to say hello to Khalid, our guest today in the Uni Voice show, and especially in the Minds and Mic segment. Hello, Khalid, and welcome to this segment.
Hello, Miss Miriam. I'm happy to be here today.
Well, we are happy and proud to have you with us today. And today you will give us a semi-lecture. It's about something really interesting in the engineering field. But to start, Khalid, what inspired you to choose this title, The Engineering Reshaped? I mean, what exactly do you mean with reshaping the engineering field?
Frankly, engineering in Iraq is a great idea for so many young people, but most of them don't know the reality of it. We don't have actual regulations, and it starts with the students themselves before graduating. And after they graduate, they don't get the idea of regulations. They just try to do their job and go back home. That's not the main concept of engineering. Engineering is mainly focusing on the idea of serving people, giving them comfort, and trying to help as many departments of the state as possible to achieve high standards of living for people. So that's what inspired me, because we are going to reshape engineering. We're going to be engineers in the future with principles, with values, with ethics and ethical responsibility, and we will definitely keep accountability in check.
Well, that's really impressive, and I'm sure that you can do that because you have the depth of knowledge in this field. I mean, it's really surprising for me because, I mean, people consider you as a student at AUIB studying engineering, the computering, and the AI engineering, but you have knowledge in another topic that's really important. In your opinion, how can the establishment of the College of Computer and AI engineering at AUIB change how students in Iraq view the field of engineering?
I will start with definitely the curriculum. It's very special in the region. They really work tirelessly to get us such good curriculum to study. And we don't have that in Iraq, nor in the Arabic Gulf region. We are trying our best to understand that huge curriculum, although we just came from high school. We didn't have an idea of what we were going into, and we're trying to adapt all the time. We're trying to reach out to instructors. We're trying to learn more in order to fulfill the standards. And I believe after the establishment of the College of Engineering at AUIB, there are going to be major changes in the field in the next 5 to 10 years, and definitely we'll see huge results in probably 20 years, because we're going to change the idea of how an engineer is supposed to work. We're going to target not just working, but doing what is right, giving the people a chance to have a prosperous life, to feel safe in their homes, because everything is built and made to last and to protect people. And with the standards that we already have at AUIB, I don't think anyone will graduate with a chaotic mind. We're going to be set on a goal and we're going to do it.
Okay, is that related that your curriculum here at computer engineering and AI engineering that you are studying, is this the main reason? I mean, you've told me before this episode that it's really different when you are studying engineering here at AUIB. It's enabling you to do something really different than other people who already study this field.
Definitely. Here at AIB, we don't just study engineering and that's it. We study liberal courses to get us an idea of what is the world actually up to, and we're studying all the time subjects about writing and humanities, and we can't find that in other universities in Iraq because they mostly look for targeted subjects that are only useful for the local people, not for someone who is going to be serving the people. And I don't see that developing in any sort. I only see the idea of liberals, humanities, and self-development as the good route to take.
Okay.
That's why I think that.
So, Khalid, around the world, semiconductors have become a crucial foundation for modern technology. How would you describe their importance and why they are considered the heart of the tech industry today? Because this is the topic that you are here today to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. Semiconductors, they are in everything that has any sort of technology. In the cameras that we use, in the TV, in our phones, everything has a chip, a silicon chip. And that's exactly what semiconductors are. Chips are made from semiconductor materials, which is, to be specific, silicon, pure silicon. And that silicon is not simple to make. It's very complicated because after extraction and the process of purification, we need to get it to a point of 99.9999% of purity. So it's a very sophisticated process. It's not as easy as anyone would think. It needs infrastructure, it needs hands to work on such technology, and it needs support, definitely.
Well, do you believe that Middle East and Iraq in particular could become a hub for developing, manufacturing the semiconductors? And what key steps would we need to take and to make that really possible here locally and in the Arab region?
We have the raw material, which is silicon, but not in the pure form, as I mentioned, and that is sand. The Arab world, is full of sand. Just look around you, you can find sand everywhere. And I'm talking about quartz sand that is found in Iraq, in regions like Anbar, Najaf, and Salah ad-Din. And we are rich in that sand, which contains silicon dioxide. And after the process of purification and extraction and purification, we will get to a point of, yes, making pure silicon. But it's not about just the silicon. We also need copper, aluminum, and gold. Copper and aluminum are available locally. Gold is imported by even Silicon Valley, the main makers of semiconductors. They also import gold. We also need germanium, arsenic, indium, and phosphorus. Those can be extracted, but we need first to establish an infrastructure to extract these materials from the Iraqi soil, and they are considered rare. So it's not an easy process.
Even locally?
Locally, yeah, it's rare everywhere, not just locally.
If we are talking about percentage for Iraq to developing and manufacturing these semiconductors, what the percentage would be?
Like the possibility of us doing
Yes.
it? With the current mindset for the youth and the quality of education that we're having at AYB and some major contributors into that, I believe we can have a 70% success rate.
That's really impressive.
If we
This is a
move on
huge
with it.
percentage, Khalid.
If we move on with it.
Okay, well, I hope that all things will go in a positive way with you to do that in the future with all your colleagues at the engineering college. I would ask you, from your perspective as engineering students, what are the main technical and economic challenges that currently prevent the region from just entering the semiconductors industry seriously?
I'd say partnerships is the main issue here, because we need to establish mutual trust and connections with the main manufacturers of semiconductors. And the easy way, or the most affordable way, is establishing partnerships, economic partnerships, with China and Malaysia. And they will provide us with machinery and tools. For example, in order to make even a simple silica product, we need machines that are capable of it, and we need clean rooms with 10 dust particles per cubic meter, and we need extremely stable power and water supplies. And for a more sophisticated silicon production process, like silica that is used in semiconductors, we would need photolithography machines, CVDs, ion implantation, etching, and metrology tools. So the list goes on. So
it seems that you've did a lot of research in this field, because all the information, for me personally, this is the first time to know that we can do that here locally. And thank you, Khalid, for doing all these efforts by yourself.
Thank you for highlighting it.
No, you're welcome. I'm really proud to have all these topics here from this platform, the AUIB-FM, because this is the platform that it's really suitable for all the students of AUIB to talk about all the topics that's really interesting for you, and it's part of your job at the future. If a real support, Khalid, were provided by universities and institutions, what role could Iraqi students play in advancing this field, developing and manufacturing the semiconductors?
That would definitely create a new route for students, because they don't need to just be employees. They can actually work on projects that can change lives, and that can contribute to the name of engineering in the Middle East. So it would provide students with opportunities that are big, not just a simple opportunity, no, big opportunities. They can actually work with new technologies. They don't have to just stick to the regular job. They can just be there, showing the world that we are capable.
What kind of project they will be leading from that thing that we will do, developing and manufacturing the semiconductors, maybe locally, maybe in the Arab region?
All engineers are needed.
Okay.
Because mainly we need semiconductor engineers, material scientists, and clean room technicians for the process of semiconductor production.
But the kind of these projects, I mean, you've told me that they will be leading a lot of projects.
Yeah. For example, an industrial complex needs electricians, electrical engineers. It needs mechanical engineers. It needs computer and AI engineers, or just computer engineers, and we can handle the AI stuff later. It definitely needs petroleum engineers, because they are well knowledgeable in chemistry and etc. So all engineers are needed, frankly, and they can lead projects like establishing an actual factory, because a factory needs all of those people, and that's a project. It's a big project. You can't just start a project without the essentials, and they can do it.
Well, that's really thoughtful. But how can we connect artificial intelligence and computer engineering with the semiconductors development? Do you think this connection could give Iraq a unique advantage in the future?
Well, the more high sophisticated chip, that means the less it consumes power. And currently, all AI modules, they are taking so much power and water supply to cool them down. And if we take real steps and we start manufacturing and later on developing, we can get to a point where we can establish our own AI modules in Iraq with less power and water consumption than other countries, which is going to be a leading factor in putting us out there.
That's really interesting, Khalid. I mean, we could do everything if we just succeed in developing and manufacturing these semiconductors here locally. And I want to ask you finally if you could share a message with your fellow students about this idea of reshaped engineering. What would you tell them, and what's your hope for the future of engineering in Iraq? I mean, if we could say it personally.
Well, I would say to my fellow students to don't think less of yourself, because we are actually the people who started knowledge. We're the people who invented a lot of things that we use and other people around the world use. So don't think less of yourself. Your mind is the same mind of any scientist. You just need to work on it. You just need to have the motivation, the passion, the goal. You just need to have a purpose, and you can make your purpose. We are more than capable, and the environment that we have here at IUIB is more than enough to get us to a point where we can achieve so much than we thought of ourselves.
What's your hope for the future of engineering in Iraq?
The hope is unimaginable, because we are set on route, and as I mentioned, it's up to us, and we should never think small. And if we do exactly that, we will be the leading engineers in the country. And I'm not saying that other engineers are not as good. They are definitely good. But the ideology that we have and the mindset that is being programmed here at IIB is going to reshape, as I said, the engineering and how we handle regulations. And we're not here just to get a degree and go out there, find just a casual job in the state or the private sector. We're here to create new things. We're here to build new projects. We're here to develop. We're here to research. And that mindset is rarely found in other parts of the educational system in Iraq.
Well, Khalid Asaad, this is a very wise word to say at the end. And Khalid Asaad, I'm really happy and proud to have you with us, the first guest of Minds and Mike segment at the Uni Voice show. I'm really proud and happy to have you. And I wish you the best of luck. Thank you for this topic, the engineering reshaped. It was really interesting to listen to all these information that you've just provided us with. Thank you so much, and I wish you the best of luck.
Actually, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, thank you.